Good morning, everybody. Welcome to IGTV, and we have Mor Ahuvia in from RSA Security, and that's the FraudAction detection labs over in Israel, just a little north of Tel Aviv, if my memory serves me correct, right?
Hopefully, that's very by. Close
Okay.
enough.
So we're going to be talking about stealth mechanisms, and let me just check the volume on here. Okay, that's good. All right, and Trojan stealth mechanism. So why don't you take it off on how Trojans hide from users?
Sure. So we have, first of all, I just want to give some background. So Trojans try to stay on your computer and be as silent and invisible as possible. So first of all, they want to hide themselves from you, the user. How do they do that? First of all, they use rootkits. A rootkit is basically a program that undermines your control of the operating system. There are two kinds of rootkits. One is user mode, which means that it can overtake a user account. And the other kind of rootkit is kernel mode rootkit, which means that it can compromise accounts that have administrator privileges. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, kernel mode rootkits are much more rare and are very seldom seen in the wild because they're very hard to program. It takes a very sophisticated, advanced programmer to be able to put together a kernel mode rootkit. And if the programmer makes a mistake, then the user will see a blue screen of death. That's why the more common rootkit is user mode rootkits. In addition to rootkits, Trojans use dynamic balance replacers. Basically what that means is that if your computer is infected and you're logging into your bank account, what you will see as your balance will not necessarily be your true balance because there will be a dynamic code injection that will manipulate your balance. So that's called a dynamic balance replacer.
Is that sort of like for the ATMs?
No, dynamic balance replacers are similar to code injections, HTML injections, or JavaScript injections, and they just run code locally on your computer so that when you look at your bank statement online, you don't see your true bank statement. You see a manipulated version.
Ah, okay. I got it. All right. So what about delayed activation?
Right, so if you're surfing the net and if your computer suddenly reboots, that will kind of make you aware that something's wrong, that maybe the site you visited is infected or suspicious. That's why a lot of Trojans have delayed activation mechanisms. That means the Trojan can wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or even more in order to reboot. So you don't connect between the suspicious website you just visited and the fact that your computer is out of nowhere rebooting.
Very interesting. Did we touch upon this disabled antivirus, how that works?
Sure. So what happens is when a lot of Trojans, they really want to keep under the radar, so they disable the pop-up window that is supposed to make you update your security settings or your antivirus program. So you don't even see that pop-up window that says, that there's updates waiting to be installed.
All right, that's terrific. We're going to take a commercial. We'll be right back with Mor Ahuvia from RSA after a word from our